now let's get into the next step other than drinking water, and it's food. All right. Easier said than done. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. Like that is, it's truly one of those things that you got to fall in love with the process. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, because a lot of people, again, it's about that word. It's the gratification. They want everything now.
Don't start talking shit about ice cream.
Like that. I don't got nothing. You could be one of those people, if it fits in your macros, then eat it.
Right.
Okay. Right. I'm not going to, for me as a personal trainer, I never tell anybody, hey, week 1 we're gonna take this out and ice cream out, and we're gonna take your beer out, and we're gonna take your Dr. Pepper out, and I'm all right. In the beginning, I used to be that trainer, but then then I really started realizing, okay, and we've said this before, that you got to be able to meet the person where they're at,
right?
Okay. You coming into the gym, you want to start to work on your mobility and your flexibility and stuff like that. Hey, I'm gonna meet you where you're at. Everything, the benefits alongside that are gonna follow with like that. And then whenever you're ready, then we'll start to adjust more stuff.
Right.
But I'm not gonna just take away anything. What I will do, all right, is add what you're not getting in.
Right.
All right.
Right. That makes sense.
Okay. And so, even with the sodium, you know what I mean? All right, like that. Hey, we need to get the protein, and don't, go ahead and season that thing up. Make sure that, you have a nice, good seasoned steak. You know what I mean? Like that. Make sure that you get your potassium in there to balance out your sodium. All right, like that. Because those things right there. So you always want to have a good ratio of 1-to-1, for your sodium and potassium. So, that's why a lot of people just, demonize, sodium, because what the sodium, a lot of sodium coming in is what? High blood pressure.
Right.
Hypertension, everything like that. So that's why it gets really demonized, but I'm not saying go out there and have like 100 milligram freaking.
Don't take a spoonful of salt.
Yeah. I'm not saying that, by all means, but I'm just saying, if you're going to be having, 50 to 100 milligrams of sodium throughout the day, if you're eating, go ahead and match it 1-to-1 with freaking potassium as well,
But what else helps with sodium that people never take into consideration?
What else helps with sodium?
Yeah. What else helps with like equalizing your sodium, making sure that the level's not too high?
I'm not too sure where you're going.
Drinking water, bro.
Oh, okay.
Drinking water.
Drinking water. Yeah.
Drinking water.
Yeah.
Drink more water, bro.
And all that is just going in, because, all right, let's think about, why you get cramps and stuff like that, because you don't have, all right. So I don't, I try to explain this to the kids one time, like that.
Okay.
About sodium, potassium, and why you drinking water and staying hydrated. You know what I mean? Just for you to flex your muscles, all right, you need sodium to do that.
Right.
All right, that's what sodium does. For you to contract and relax your your muscles and stuff, sodium helps you do that. Well, for the sodium to contract and relax your muscles, all right, you have these potassium pumps that regulate the sodium. I went full on freaking,
oh my God, bro.
Bill Nye the Science Guy on these kids.
You can see their little head smoking. They were like
that. Like that, because I think it just came from one of the kids trying to school me on, oh, I'm drinking this because it has a lot of sodium. I'm like,
oh.
You know what I mean? You got those 12, 13, rows and stuff like that. That just, so I was like, well, actually, mic drop, all right? Yeah. That's why you drink this
Let
stuff.
me one up your kid or teach you the truth.
So, number one, real quick, more water intake, okay?
Easy.
You know it's healthy because you automatically go for it when you're working out. Okay, why not make that a habit while you're just sitting and chilling as well, like that? For every two, for every one DP that you freaking drink, have 2 glasses of water. Okay, it's that simple.
That was my rule of thumb, to be honest.
Yeah,
if I want to drink a Coke, 1/16 of Coke, double the water. Double the water.
And it don't even have to be 2. Just 1 for 1 it. You know what I mean? Like that, 1 for 1 it. Okay, super easy. Drink more water. All right, like that. I promise you, all that fucking acne that you hate, looking in the mirror and stuff like that, all that shit's gonna clear up quick.
Right.
Like that. Whatever it is. Okay. Then next, okay, food. Food is a little bit more challenging. It really is. You know what I mean? Because again, you gotta really love the process. I'm not gonna lie to you. For me, when I was deep into freaking my meal prepping and stuff like that, like my routine, would be every Friday I go get the I'll go get all my food and stuff like that. I'll go grocery shopping and stuff like that. And then every Saturday I'll go ahead and prep it. All right. You know, and so while I'm doing all my chores during the, you know, in the morning, I wake up, you know, freaking, I'll go put the laundry in like that. I'm already freaking prepping all my food, cutting up the chicken seasoning and everything like that, putting it like, cause everything would be bulk, you know what I mean? Right. I'm trying to make at least, you know, 10 to 12 freaking meals out of everything that I'm cooking, you know, like that. So I'll cook it off for the week, you know, like that. And that's another thing too that you just really got to understand is like, you know what? I was like, you're not eating for taste no more. You know, you're eating for purpose. You're eating for energy. You know, like that. Like you're eating.
That's it.
This is
putting
what
gas
food,
in the car.
Yeah, this is what your food is for. It's no more taste. It's, you know, you need to make sure you have energy. All right, like that. That's what calories are. You know, the calories are the unit of measurement for energy. Okay,
that, man, bro, that's the hardest
like
part.
That,
bro.
like I love that saying. Like what's his man, I love him too. The trainer,
CT Fletcher.
Yeah, CT Fletcher. He's like, you ain't eating this shit for fucking taste no more, motherfucker.
Yo,
like, I love that.
I know he's a little bit rough for some people.
Yeah,
but he's a little bit rough for some people.
Nah,
but you know, we
it.
came from Saul.
I
so.
love it. You know what I mean? I was like, I get it.
But what he says, man, yeah, like if you pull all the motherfuckers out,
it's 100%,
and the stupid motherfuckers out,
yeah,
you know, he's right on the money, bro, because that's just what it is.
And so yeah, you know, so when I was doing it, you know, I buy all my groceries Friday, meal prep on Saturday, like that, and it would take me a good 4 hours. I'm not gonna lie to you,
easy.
You know what I mean? Like that, you know, and like I'm telling you too, that's from the time that, you know, I'm freaking, you know, I cook everything, I clean everything, I freaking package everything, and I store it into the refrigerator. 4 hours, all right. Took me 4 hours in one day. Now I'm set for the whole week until, guess what? Saturday I do it all over again.
Right.
As opposed to the person that's fucking didn't meal prep. Now they're hungry. They're hangry. Right. Fucking at 12 o'clock, they try to get something to eat. Now they're sitting in a fucking big ass Chick-fil-A fucking line because they want to eat something healthy, you know. And even though Chick-fil-A gets you in and out quick, you know, you're still there for like 10 minutes and shit like that. Just to what? So you can eat something that's probably like 180 calories. Fucking, you know, that's not really, you know, worth it, you know, as opposed to something that you're eating about 600 to 800 calories that you could have made yourself and fully enriched and nutritious.
Right.
You know, yeah. So
well,
pick
just two things. If you meal prep, if you meal prep and you do it right, you're gonna be full.
No,
because because you're not you're getting all those calories from all that peanut oil and all that other bullshit that they're cooking in is how their calories are so high. Because if you look at any of those fast food menus and look at the nutrition content, you're like, how is this so many calories? It's because they're cooking it in bullshit.
All that sodium that they put in there to make sure that you can buy it so you can eat it.
6 years later. Yes. So, you know, that's terrible. But the hardest part about meal prepping, and you know this, is when you start on day one, by the time you get to that 7th meal for the week, you're like, fuck. Brown rice, chicken, and broccoli. Yeah. Again. Like that's the part that's really hard.
Like if you got the money, all right, you know, buy 2 different proteins.
See,
that's the thing right now, and that's something I want to talk about too. Is like, you know, because it makes it very hard. You know what I mean?
It does.
You know, I as a personal trainer, I offer services for meal prepping for my clients. You know, at an extra cost, and you know, and some would you know, pay me to do it.
Right.
You know, and I legit, like, you know, when I was early trainer like that, I gave them all the fucking answers, bro. I don't know how some of them still failed the test. You know, I mean, it is crazy, bro. Like, you know, I would show them the workouts. I would do the workouts with them. I would freaking cook the food for them. I would package the food for them. I was like, you know, like the only thing I just didn't do is put the fucking the spoon or fork in their mouth with the food in it. Right. And some of them still wouldn't eat that shit, bro. I would make them, you know, what I offered was 10 or 12 freaking meals a week, like that, you know. And so so you know, 2 meals a day. They had to freaking make this conscious decision of making a healthy meal on their own for the last meal, whether it was breakfast or it was lunch or whatever it is, like that. All right, so I gave them 2 meals a day, all right, for 6 days a week. All right, like that. And I would, at first, I would just cook them, you know, whatever I was meal prepping for myself, I'd buy extra for them as well, and make their plates, measured it all out, you know, put 4, 5, 6 ounces of protein, you know, 2 to 3 ounces of carbs, you know, a lot of vegetables, everything like that, package it up, give it to them, you know, next time I saw them like that, and I was like, here you go. You know, and they're like, oh, you know, it's just only chicken and rice and broccoli. For like, can we have something else? I'm like, at first I did it, and then I had to come like like for 1 week I did it. I gave them 2 different proteins, and then I had to come back like, nah, I gotta charge you an extra like $50-$60. I was like, protein is not cheap. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I like, so you know,
hard, bro.
You know, hard. And it just. It saddens me a lot of times, man, because like you'll go into like, you know, let's say you go to a convenience store and stuff like that, and you'll see like a 2 liter of Coke for like $1.50. Yeah, 99 cents. And you'll see like a freaking 16-ounce bottle for like $3. I'm like, how the fuck? Like, you know, what the? Yeah. It's like, you know, and people get just deterred, you know, because they're like, man, I want to make the healthiest decision, but it's a little bit more costly.
It's way more expensive.
You know, but is it really costly? At what expense?
I mean,
your life,
the hospital bills,
you know, like that, like
can be high, bro.
You know,
but you can, so, like sometimes because proteins are expensive, but sometimes you know we'll just do like I'll just do chicken, and I will literally just do ground beef. Like ground beef is fucking mad cheap, bro. It's all over the place, and I'll just do ground beef, and then like with chicken, you know, you want to spice it up a little bit, so. I like to season my chicken with lime.
Bro, and you told me that.
Yeah, just you know what I mean. Here you go. It's a little, and then if you just try it, marinate the chicken in some lime.
Yeah.
Don't put any salt. Don't put any pepper because the citric acid it's got a salty little taste to it. When you cook it, you'll be surprised and you'll be like, man, I didn't put anything else on this except the lime, and this is really good. Oh man, I love lime chicken, bro.
No, I like lime. And so I want to get back to protein a little bit like that.
I like
but
key lime too.
Yeah, let's get let's move on.
Back to
all right. So
protein,
water, easy fix. All right. Obviously, freaking the hardest part, you know, and to this day, you know, as a personal trainer, you know, freaking in any personal trainer would tell you, know, like that the nutritional, you know, what are you doing in the kitchen, you know, that's where you 100% need to be committed. You know, like that, because the working out and stuff like that, that's the easy. It truly is the easy part. You know what I mean? But obviously, you know, I only see you once a week, you know, for an hour, or twice a week for an hour, whatever it is, you know, that your budget can really allow to see me for personal training. But, you know, what are you doing all those other hours that I'm not seeing you?
You work out for like an hour a day. You probably eat. I mean, you got an hour lunch break. Then you got dinner. I mean, you eat more than you work out in a day.
Yeah, you know, and obviously that's where people mess up, because freaking the calories in are, you know, supersede the amount of calories that you're putting out. Like that, you know. And then what are you doing on the weekends? Not a damn thing, you know, like that. People forget about that shit. You know what I mean? Like that.